Live is when we get to let's talk about it. You know what I'm saying? The things that I've seen. Y'all can let me know. Let's get into some mess. Absolutely. I got it ready. I got it ready. Health profiles. We find out moments of suffocation. It's just we're gonna get to it because throughout the week I see a lot. I hear a lot.
Oh Lordy Lord. Oh Jesus.
That's what he said.
Oh Lordy Lord. Oh
Having
Jesus.
suspicions that he wasn't working. He was just playing dress up for us. Some of the stuff is not memorable. Like when people attack me and shit like that in these streets, it's never memorable. I know a homosexual, whether male or female, when I see one. Drop a bomb on that. I allegedly doxed somebody. What the fuck? I just want to make it clear.
Test 1 2 test 1 2 test 1 2.
I don't like you, bitch.
Test. Can you hear me up in YouTube land? Coming through from the new studio.
This community.
Okay.
Because they're
Test.
of the barrel. They are absolute trash. Sophisticated, Versace shades, educated, bitch I'm paid. You drunk of hate, intoxicated, broke line bitches, Tasha K. You wanna be me? Yeah, I know. You a low budget hoe in a SRO. I'm in my Lexus at the Texaco. My license plate say Juanki. I'm in the NYC. All these bitches wanna get like me. First class flights and VIP. I'ma read these bitches like ABC. I chase money, don't chase cloud. Got big numbers in my bank account. I'm number one, y'all all too soft. Now drag these bitches like I'm RuPaul. The library is open and I read these hoes. So high up in that penthouse, I can't see these hoes. My clothes custom designers, you can't find these in no stores. I get money, my lifestyle is pure diamonds and gold. My whole life is a movie. You just a fan, you a groupie. You clout chasing ass broke bitch. Ain't nothing you can do to me.
For them bitches
Bitch, you
always
could
clocking
never.
me. It's just a
Bitch,
personal
you could
bottle
never,
of
ever.
on. It's not that much. It's not that much.
Bitch,
It's a
you could
personal item.
never.
Okay, this is
These hoes mad about it. Waistline got a lot of ass around it. Top notch, please go ask about it. From the bottom, but I'm so high class about it. 5-star restaurant, hood bougie upper echelon. You old news, I'm popping. Your room's the size of my closet. 600 just for my sneakers. My flow sick like Zika. I kill bitches, Grim Reaper. You a working hoe, dish cleaner. Pull back or get stomped down or stomped down. Stomp down, so watch the words you're speaking. You don't want beef, you're vegan. The library is open and I read these hoes. So high up in that penthouse, I can't see these hoes. My clothes custom designers, you can't find these in no stores. I get money, my lifestyle is pure diamonds and gold. My whole life is a movie. You just a fan, you a groupie. You clout chasing ass broke bitch. Ain't nothing you can do to me.
ask me if
Bitch,
I
you
want to
could
refill
never.
or not. That's
Bitch,
the
you
natural
could never,
big groove, okay? That is not an affluent
Bitch,
man.
you could never. These hoes mad, cause I pop tags. Buying everything that they wish they can have. I be on the front seat, you be in the back. Back of the bus, back of the cab. My name on the marquee. Yep, I'm the biz like Marquee. I run this world like Juanki. Bitch, I'm Juanki. Don't forget your cans.
Test 1 2 test 1 2 test 1 2 test 1 2. Good evening, I am Juanki and welcome to my world. Drop a bomb on that. Ooh, and I'm peeking. This is the first broadcast from the brand new studios. Okay, yes ma'am. Yes ma'am indeed. Can I get a sound check, please? 1 2 1 2. How's everybody doing? It's been a long periodical of time since I come to you in the flesh. When's the last time I went live? It's been a minute. How's everybody doing? I hope your Thanksgiving was good, that you spent it with family, that you had a good time. We had a VIP, a very important person up in here this Thanksgiving. It was Mother Hulk, who's probably watching me right now. I had to explain to Mother Hulk that I have transitioned from, no, not like that, not like a Nipplez, but I have transitioned from the legitimate stage to doing shows on YouTube. She was like, so what do you do on YouTube? And I said, I cuss bitches out, strangers on the internet, drop a bomb on that. You know, I bring my theater degree and my knowledge of the stage and how to structure jokes and lighting and design and all that. And I sit here and I cuss bitches out just for the fun of it. Okay? Yes. Absolutely. How's everybody doing? I hope you guys had a wonderful time. I have been coming through in the dark screen. Just because it's been, we decided to take our time in setting up the room. And just like, so we've just been taking our time. So I'm like, it's easy to go. I didn't know how easy it was to just go on black screen. You don't have to do any effort. No wonder why these bitches, they get on there. Hold on, let me just set a setting here. Everything is kind of like refreshed, so I have to get into the receiver of things and get myself back in the flow of my buttons. Did my buttons all make it? Did it make it?
No, I didn't need to do all that shit in 3 months. You should have contacted me because I was feeling very much like I'm about sick of this one-sided type shit. That's what I was feeling at that time. I'm like, I keep on hitting him up, trying to see how he's doing, and he don't give a fuck about me.
That is DisHonestRo.
So nah, I was sick and tired. That's why I didn't hit you up. I wanted some loving
from a married man.
A good response.
A good response.
Like, oh wow. But I didn't get none of that shit for 3 months.
Nope.
So what I was doing was getting all of the caring feelings that I had for you, all of that, I was getting that detoxed. Okay? That is exactly what I was doing. And I was waiting for some bullshit like this to maybe happen. As myself, though, I still tried to give it a little hope, but the bullshit did happen. Very much so. And that is without what everybody else may have had to say about the situation. I did not give a fuck about what nobody had to say. I was like, no, I'm waiting until Juan states what he needs to state. And I see that it ain't shit. That it ain't shit. That it ain't shit.
That is DisHonestRo. That is DisHonestRo's message to a fully engaged, I probably was married by then, married man. Drop a bomb on that. Hold on. I told you, this is my dress rehearsal. Drop a bomb on that. Ladies and gentlemen, I know Ness No Mess was asking what really happened with Juanki Pro and DisHonestRo. And we'll take a walk on memory lane just because there's new people in the sector and running in the space. Old lady gang, how are you doing? Old lady gang, nice to see you. Thank you for being here. Cola James, nice to see you. The QT 3000, thank you for being here. And all my helicopters. The QT 3000 had a question. Update me on what's going on. Glory holes, saying you old, saying you with a white man. Who's saying this? I'm confused. I'm going to let you know. Let me switch. All right, switch it up. Switch it up, Miss View. We're here. So I was resting today, the QT 3000. And my contraption, the YouTube, sent me a ping or whatever, right? Apparently somebody had shared one of my London videos about 2 weeks ago, 2 or 3 weeks ago. I don't know. Everything just runs together because it was a really like heavy trip. I pride myself on being well traveled, but I realized that I only travel, Miss View. I've only traveled within 4 to 5 hour radiuses, like that, right? So to travel 8 hours and 47 long, hard and uncut minutes, right? And going against time and then getting there in my body's 2 a.m., but in their body's 7 a.m., Miss View says, I was strolling around the streets on the old lady gang. Here I am. Oh, Miss View. Have you been keeping abreast of what's going on, Miss View? There's so many things we have to discuss. I'm coming through from the new studio. Okay. They pissed that you were flying and not in America. And I was flying with degrees. That's more than one, Miss View. Okay, that's more than one. That's more than 1 degrees. And I was with a businessman. Okay, a very very good to me Savannah businessman who has married me. Okay, put 60 on this finger. I'm loving the new gigs. Thank you. Well, thank you. It's the whole room, Miss View. It's the whole room. There's different sets, and the way that I'm designing it, well, you'll see when it's done. I'm just taking my time, Miss View. And no white men, how dare she? It, they, them, whatever that thing is. And I'm going to refer to it as Lady Dimples just a few times so that we all know who the F I'm talking about. Because to me, really, it looks like a nipple. Okay, that's what it looks to me, a nipple. All right. Hello, Cola James. And so, yeah, I don't know what he must have woken up with a hard on that he couldn't sit on, because that's what he does. He sits on his balls and straps it back with duct tape. And decided to peruse my street, peruse my block. Okay, I guess he wanted to look at like cute boys and stuff like that. So he's perusing my street, Miss View, and decides to share one of my videos. Now let me tell you something. On my worst day, I run circles around a bunch of these homosexuals over here. Drop a bomb on that. That's number one. I know that for a fact. Okay, I don't play that card, I don't play that card, but I'm from New York City. Okay, write that down for your notes, Lady Dimples, because I know how you get down. From the moment you walked into this area, into this sector, because you were never part of this sector, they never accepted you. They're all gonna laugh at you. They're all gonna laugh at you, and we all laughed at you. And Olivia the Oracle brought you onto her life so she can fucking exorcise the demons that live within you. Let me tell you, the demons that live within you. And I hope you understand that, Miss View, I have a response issue. I'll drag a bitch for, a year and a half and then I just get over it. I really sat down and I thought about it, Miss View. I am, a gentleman of a certain walk of life. I have pulled myself up by my bootstraps. I've done what I had to do. I went to school. I've done all of that, right? And so nobody has given me shit. Okay, my husband and I have been building. I've never had to lay down to get down or get on my knees. Or I've told the stories many times. I know some people are new here. I'm a off-Broadway performer. Have been a theater performer in New York City. I successfully supported myself. I am now retired from that, and that's why my mother-in-law was telling her that I'm retired from the arts. But once in a while I come to the internet and I cuss bitches out. Drop a bomb on that. And today is going to be one of those salacious nights where I have to cuss a few bitches out. Okay, I grew up in New York City. Don't have any older brothers. It was just me. Okay, me doing what I gotta do in these streets, rumbling and tussling and fighting and learning and developing and networking and doing it. But nobody can say I ever been to a glory hole. Drop a bomb on that. Nobody can say that. Nobody can say they seen me at the sex club. Nobody has any stories of me in back alleys. But see, somebody like a Lady Dimples, and I use the term lady loosely, that it's from another sector. When Olivia the Oracle brought it to her channel, okay, Miss Olivia was doing a seance or an exorcism, and Quanacia was part of it. This goes back a few years ago, because he was trying to get it popping so bad, and nobody accepted him. He cannot accept himself. He doesn't know if he's a drag queen. He doesn't know if he's a tranny. He doesn't know if he's a femboy. None of that. There's so much hate in its heart, whatever little bit of heart it got, and envy, that I said to myself, and when I heard it screaming and lying and telling the stories, Ms. View, because he came over here with a whole bunch of fake stories that were debunked, by TSCC and other groups. Oh, yes, I've been here for a long periodical of time. Thank you very much. Just because I didn't engage doesn't mean that I didn't know the tea. Oh, damn. Do you, that QT 3000, am I ringing bells? Did I just open? I told you I was going to open up the book on the bitch. I told you I was going to open up the book on the bitch. Okay. And, it's fitting. It's funny that it said, so it went to my page and it went ahead and please hit the thumbs up, everybody. Thank you. that something along the lines of me not aging well, and I'm with a white man, the QT3000, because it went to my page and saw my videos from when I was in the UK about 2 weeks ago. First of all, my husband loves me, period. Okay? Drop a bomb on that. Period. I don't have to put on for any fucking body. I found my forever man. Can a Lady Dimples say that? No. Lady Dimples is gonna forever have to pay or get paid by the hood people that are gonna come through and run it through, and then hide her in the shadows. Hide her in the shadows. You understand what it is to be hidden in the shadows, Miss View? That you're not, no matter how freaky, no matter how much you suck it, how you can drink it, the vacuum cleaner suction, the suction that you perform at, at the level, the caliber of the wide open gaping hole that you might have had now from all the random men that ran up there in your youth. And then let's not act like Lady Dimples is like in her prime. That it looks hideous. And I'm going to tell you in a moment of vainness, because when Lady Dimples came around here, I was a single bachelor. I'm like, this is ugly to look at. Drop a bomb on that. Ugly to look at. It's ugly on the outside. And then later, as we find out the mess that he involves himself with, we know it's ugly on the inside too. Okay? Miss View says, folks hide others in the shadow and they are ashamed to be seen with them. Exactly. So that thing, because that's a thing in the gay community, when we can't tell, Miss View, let me give you some game, Miss View. I know you have a whole bunch of gay friends growing up and all that, but let me give you some tea. In the gay community, when we can't tell if it's a femboy, if it's a tranny, if it's a drag queen, if it's a thuggy boy, if it's a DL, we call it a thing. And then we put an MS in front. We say Miss Thing. Okay, Miss Thing. Miss Thing, not put together. That's a Miss Thing right there. That's an old gay mentor of mine told me what Miss Thing was. Because I was like, I keep hearing this term. What is it? And I remember just like this day. And this is like a few decades ago. He said to me, that's when they're so lazy. They are so lazy that they won't put it together. Okay, the wig is fucked up. They come out here, they try to portray the fantasy, live out the dream, portray the fantasy, but got stubbles all over, a 5 o'clock shadow, arms that's wide, hair all over the place. You can't tell what it is. You can't tell what it is. Miss View says, I was a bartender in college at a gay club. Oh, drop a bomb on that. We did not know that, Miss View. I have seen everything, boo. Oh my God, Miss View, we didn't know. And the QT3000 says, a brick. It's a brick. Absolutely, it's a brick. It's not accepted. I don't know if it's coming from like the Mo 3, Mo sector, the black sector. I know that thing did not belong here. It tried to come and involve itself here because, for a long periodical of time, the beef sector was very lucrative when it came down to the money. When it came down to getting that YouTube check, the beef sector was very lucrative. It was giving, okay? You just shook that tree and it fell out. It fell out. Them dollars fell out. We've seen people give up religion to be here and shake the tree and get their money. Okay, we've seen people, go to jail, get records, come back, get some more records. We've seen people get fired. We've seen people's business be put out there. Very lucrative. Absolutely. Miss View says, it must have been dropping coins. That is a way to get around. So, it came over to my page, which we have never interacted. Our paths have never crossed because I've stayed far away. You want to know why? And I'm going to say this in a moment of vain. It's too ugly. Drop a bomb on that. It's scary looking. I swear to you guys. How long it's been here? Like 4 years. When I first saw Lady Dimples, I can admit it. I was like, ew, ooh. I was like, no, Miss View. I'm gonna be quite frank. On a Saturday night, let's have a frank conversation. It was too hideous for me to, and that could be vainness. That could be shallow. It was ugly as fuck. Drop a bomb on that. Okay. Then you add the fact that it had demons inside. And Olivia, the oracle exercise, she was, oh Jesus, oh Lord, and he remember Miss View, and it was screaming. Ah! Ah! I was like, what the fuck is happening? What the fuck is happening? It was like a live exorcism going on in these streets. It had all these demons. That QT3000 says, I don't know who the fuck this is, but I'm entertained. It's hideous. It's hideous. If you go to my community page, you'll see it. It was yeah, hideous. Absolutely ugly. When you look at the gamma of all gay boys, you put all the gay boys that have graced these stages, okay, all of them, the natural dip girl, HonestRo, the radioactive can collector, aka Rico Deante Barber, the Barber. You put all them gay boys, captivating Christian, all of them. If they're gay, put them in a lineup. Lady Dimples takes the crown for the ugliest bitch in the whole lineup. Drop a bomb on that. And that's heavy to walk around with. Remember the scream? Ah! And they started praying. They started praying for it. I was like, oh no, this is too demonic to me. I draw the line somewhere. It's a fool. It's a fool. I don't know if it's plain. I don't know if it's true. I don't know what it is. I'm not interested. Jesus. I need Jesus. No, we're not. I'm not entertaining this. I'm not. So for that thing to say that I'm aging, well, first of all, and this is what I said in my last live. First of all, we're all aging. We're all aging. And you want to see proof? Go to every content creator and put the first, scroll to put the latest video. Look at what they look like, and then put the last video and look at what they look like. The latest, and then put the first videos. We're all aging. Some more gracefully than others. I don't have a problem with aging. Especially in my community, I've gotten further along than a lot of different homosexuals that I grew up with. And I can assure you, a lot of homosexuals are Lady Dimples, call his sister. Okay? Aging gracefully, walls still tight, still tight and intact. Okay, don't have any nightmares, don't have any skeletons in the closet. Women don't have to do a prayer circle for me and I'm screaming at the demons that live within me, because that's not my story. All right, Ms. View says you have good skin, good teeth, and good health. Well, thank you. Thank you. And you want to know how I accomplished that, Miss View? I'm gonna go from the most PG to the X-rated, triple X-rated version of how, because there's levels to the shit, right? First of all, drink a lot of water. You always caught me with a bottle of water. Drink all my vitamins. I cycle up and down with the vegan, vegetarian, and meat. Okay, I was not up in the club like that. Spending, if I was up late at night, it's because I did some overnight shifts when I was in college and stuff like that. But, I got my rest. I focused. I wasn't chasing coke or a-hole out there. You did not see me no sex club. I don't have any stories about sex clubs. I don't know. What I know about glory holes is based on what the elders have said when they tell the stories. I couldn't be able to tell you if those things are still around. Lady Dimples has gotten up here and story tells his experiences at glory holes, for what he thinks is a captivating audience. Only if he realized that they're judging you. You've becoming the lowest common denominator faggot in the room. And so you're the jester, the court jester. And we're all laughing, and they're all going to laugh at you. They're all going to laugh at you. And that's what they do. Nobody takes a Lady Dimple seriously. With all them fucking demons that it got inside, no sector takes it seriously. No man will take it seriously unless it's a transaction. Whether it's him getting paid to get banged the fuck out and ejaculated inside, or vice versa, of him paying somebody for the boyfriend experience. Drop a bomb on that. Skip the games. Lady Dimples has been skipping the games for some time now. Okay? So to me that, he's not aging well, it must be because of that white man. Everybody who's been here Everybody who has listened to our podcast knows that Incredible Hulk is a black man. Okay. People that are my audience that have been out to dinner with Hulk and I know that he's not a white man. Okay. That's not my story. Here we go again with the lowest common denominator faggot in the room talking about his experiences. See, a Lady Dimples will sell itself to a white man. That's how it pays the bills. So it automatically believes that that's how people have carried themselves. That's not, it's a colonizer. Well, you know, baby, you could colonize this body every single night. Drop a bomb on that, okay? Okay. I realized that the beef sector is not a sector or area for happy people. And I think it was the QT3000 that said that, happy looks good. I am the most happy I've ever been. But are they buying? Listen, I don't know if they're buying. I don't know if she's giving it for free. I don't know if he's buying. I don't know what. What I can tell you is at night, ain't nobody, honestly laying down with that thing unless it's for something. You know what I'm saying? Now that I've been watching Love After Lockup, Miss View, and now Love During Lockup is coming up now in January. I may review that show. I'm so fascinated, Miss View, by the low self-esteems of these women. They had a gay couple too, where they're going to like pen paling criminals in jail, and they're thinking that, okay, this is a criminal that spent 12 years in jail. Okay, in prison. And you think that they're going to come out and change their whole life? This is a criminal. So that's if it's slaying with anything, that QT3000, okay, it's with people who are using and abusing it. And the QT3000 says probably sucking dick in exchange for food stamps. Drop a bomb on that. Well, like I said, it tells stories about glory holes. When did that become a flex? Stories about sex in alleys. I tell you this, it won't be able to come out here and tell stories about finding true love, finding somebody who put a ring on its finger. It won't be able to tell stories about flying across the continent to a different continent just for dates and just to hang out for the weekend and come back. It can't. Nobody would take that thing seriously. That Miss thing, nobody takes that Miss thing seriously. And so I was reflecting Miss View. And I said, okay, so what do we want to do here, Juanki Pro? We know your reading skills are optimal level, okay? I'm quick with it. I'm witty with it. I'm optimal level, right? But, at the same time, when you are going to engage in war, you have to do your research and development. I have a whole department of research and development up in here. Okay? You have to study it. You have to give the context and the subtext. You review videos, you see the flaws, and you crack at the flaws. What is that thing that drag queen said? Shay came from reading. You gotta find but then that would require me to be invested in somebody like a Lady Dimples, and I'm just simply not. It's too ugly. I don't care how that sounds, Miss View. With all due respect. I don't want to listen to that thing, and I don't want to see that thing. You understand? The times that I've gone out, I know I don't look crazy, and I'm aging gracefully. And aging, especially in our communities, is a blessing, because a lot of people don't get to that, especially as a gay male in New York City in an urban setting. You understand what I'm saying? If you don't believe, ask Rico Deante Barber, the radioactive can collector. Okay? Who's decaying right before our eyes. Has hidden his channel now so that we cannot bear witness to the decomposition of a former Craigslist prostitute, right? Who sold its body parts in exchange for weed, for ecstasy pills, and for Tim's. Drop a bomb on that. Not made up, as told by him. As told by him. See, I don't have to make shit up. I can just get you with your truth, with what you have shared here. So, I'm like, okay, well, I could drag, but I just, it's ugly. It's ugly. It's if I saw it down the street, I would cross the street. It will be salaciously looking at me. Like, this is the type, you walk into the club, you walk into the bar, it's like, okay, meet me up at the bar. It's Friday. Let's just do a quick happy hour during my single days. Quick happy hours. I meet you at the spot. We get to the spot and you got two bitches sitting there, Miss View. You got a Jay Wilson trying to breathe down your back at the corner. The door's there, right there. Jay Wilson will plop himself right there, just looking for the young ones. Okay. And then further in, deeper inside, in the dark, in the shadows, only lit by the cell phone because it's on Grindr. Cling, cling, cling. You have a Lady Dimples. Drop a fucking bomb on that. Okay? And here I am, coming in with my expensive coat on, taking my coat because I got the little hooks on the thing. Taking my coat. I see Jay Wilson, leave that shit alone. And I see Lady Dimples, and I'm like, oh God. And I'm like, putting my coat here. Got my friends around. Could y'all just surround me? Because I don't want these bitches to be, And then it's going to come over here and sit over here and start talking to the bartender first. And then eventually try to make. And that's where I'll be like, it's time to go. It's time to go. It's getting too tranny up in here. Drop a bomb on that. Yeah. See, you have to understand, if I engage with Lady Dimples, his stock raises, not mine. And the QT3000, you're from New York City, you know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. Go to 4 West. Go to 4 West. Okay? I get nothing. I get nothing. At the end of the day, I'm gonna read. I'm gonna get a couple of jokes in. It's still gonna be ugly. I'm still going to age gracefully. Hulk and I are still going to be married, traveling all over the place. Where until you see, I'm already projecting Miss View and planning for the next 2 years. I work with American Express Travel, and they set me up completely. The Q3000 says he absolutely no. Okay? I'm not a liar. I'm not a liar. It's what it is. So it got one of my videos talking about I'm not aging gracefully. Well, first of all, bitch, there's a huge time difference. We were running on empty. Not that I have to explain myself. I'm sitting in a bathrobe after making nasty piece of love with my husband on my bathrobe. In a suite, hotel suite, in a 5-star luxury boutique hotel. Okay? Like, it's no comparison. Like, what the fuck do I look like addressing a Lady Dimples? The fuck do I look like addressing a Lady Dimples that's never even been on a plane? Y'all saw me lay down flat on my plane, okay? Y'all saw me completely lit. Baby, I couldn't even tell you what ocean we crossed. Well, for 8 hours and 47 minutes, I was over that ocean. You understand, bitch? The experiences that we have done together and the ones that are coming. It's just, a ugly bitch said that I'm ugly. Okay. Baby, stop it. 14K seats. Yes. $14,000 seats. Yes. My Incredible Hulk. I love you, babe. I love you, babe. Drop a bomb on the Incredible Hulk. Well, not on him, but around him or for him. Okay. Okay. So, and you know why got me, Miss View? The fact that I put a post saying, I'm going to drag you, bitch. I am going to drag you for months. And he came back saying, oh, let's do it. No, and he's excited about it. No. I'm actually not Lady Dimples. Nobody takes you serious. And then I realized nobody takes a Lady Dimples seriously. And I've carried myself here with a good attitude, when I would like to say that I have respect for myself, respect for the elders. If I have to drag a bitch, I drag a bitch. For the most part, there's no crazy stories about me. You don't see me falling out. There's no backseat stories about me and I gotten around. None of that shit. There's no text messages, no screenshots, no private conversations. None of that. There's none of that. Okay? Just like I live my life in the real world, I've lived my virtual life here on these streets. Okay. Lordy, they bouncy time talk. Well, so yeah, Lady Dimple said, I'm not aging gracefully. I say Lady Dimples don't know if he wants to be a man or a woman or in between or whatever. And I'm going to say that I've ignored it all this time because it's too ugly. Drop a bomb on that. I was shocked that he came for you. Well, this is a great transition. Oh, I have to start getting used to my new setup and where my feet are and all of that. I think I just hit the whole camera. Give me a second. Here we go. Boom. I have to get used to that. Here we go. Okay. And I have to do my markers and all that. But he has been hiding. Well, here's the thing. This is what I'm assuming, Miss View. I heard that there's something brewing with Nest No Mess and Honest Ho or something like that. And there was some questions about what happened with HonestRo and me. And this is how I'm going to transition. And after transition, don't get excited, Lady Dimples. Not like that, because you don't even have the guts to do it. Like, if you're going to be a fucked up looking woman, then go ahead and do what you got to do to look like a fucked up looking woman. All right. Mother Trisha Lane, shout out to Mother Trisha Lane, who said that it's not a trans. It has said, Mother said that it is not a trans for years now. And let me tell you, Mother would know. Mother would know. So as I do the transition, I believe, Miss View, that since there's something brewing with Honest Ho, the Ho, okay, which I saw, I guess it dressed up as Catwoman for Halloween or something like that. Ridiculous, nasty looking, another fucking fucked up individual in the head. But I understand that there were some questions about what happened with Juanki Pro and HonestRo. I guess they're falling out. I believe there's an alliance with Lady Dimples and HonestRo. Last time I remember, I've tuned out from these people. These people are not, they don't matter to me. They're not entertaining. There's only so much I can look at poverty, despair, all of that. So what is it then? So I believe that it's trying to just start some shit, and I'm not going to give you the benefit of that. I'm not. You are too ugly, sir. You're too ugly. You're too much of an elder for me to engage like that back and forth. You're gay. I don't want to go back and forth with you. You're just ugly. I don't. You're just ugly. You're ugly. You don't represent anything. And they did a whole fucking seance exorcism on you. I don't want to interact with something that has dark entities inside like that have you so fucked up in the head that when you look in the mirror, you have to go ahead and, get into costume. Get into fucking costume, and the bitch is not even on a stage. Drop a bomb on that. That's some shit. Getting into costume, and you're not on a fucking stage. You're not a performer, you're not on stage, and you're getting into costume. And then you're going around, and I know over the years the bullshit that he's done. He's a dick pig. A dick pig. DICKPIG. Dick pig. All right? Didn't he fall out with the Roman Empire over some dick pictures? Didn't it go crazy when it wanted Romans' dick pic? And started leaking information and doing shit and all. That's a fucked up individual. It doesn't have to go to work because as a fucked up individual, it gets a check. Okay? So we can sit here, collect monies, all right? Collect monies to just troll all fucking day. Not interested. You're not bringing my stock up. You're not going to give me more traffic. You're not going to make me better, as in anything I do. So I just don't want to interact with that type of gay. And that's okay. It's not hatred or anything like that, because I'm gay myself. I don't like that faggot. I don't see her. I don't like that fag, and I don't see her. Okay? Capiche? We got it? Okay, so you got the most attention you were going to get. You can continue to salivate over my videos, because I know a nasty old queen like that Yeah, because why would it come over here? You understand what I'm saying? Like, or just randomly coming over here to look at my videos. I'm not aging gracefully, bitch. I may not be aging gracefully, but that video was from a London suite, okay? From a London suite, you bitch. And that day, I think that day in particular, we were going to go to a VIP room at the theater, okay? And have some champagne and some nibbles, okay? And then our attendant, and this is in the theater, by the way, with 3,000 people there, but we have our own secluded area, okay? Have some champagne, have excellent conversation with other world travels, you know? The facility was right there. Then right before the show, they come and get us and take us right to our seats. The show wouldn't start without me being in my seat, Miss Viewer. So you drop a bomb on that. They guarantee that the show will not start until Juanki Pro and Incredible Hulk are seated down on their seats. Okay, that just said it's bored and don't got shit to do. Exactly. And it thinks that it can get, because, you know, that whole thing, oh, it's so ugly. No, bitch. Let me tell you, and now I'm going to go a step further. It actually thinks I'm really handsome. It actually probably thinks I'm really cute and sexy, okay, and wants to get my attention. This is what faggots do, okay? The Q3000 knows it. This is what they do, Miss View. This is what they do. They try to get your attention. This is the most attention you're going to get from me. This is the most attention you're going to get from me. I'm not interested. I'm married. Okay? It's always the same fucking shit around here. It's the same fucking shit around here. These fucking gays. Now let's transition to HonestRo.
I'm HIV HonestRo. AIDS. I am AIDS HonestRo. We got AIDS. We got HIV.
Said by him. Said by him. Said by him. Okay?
Thank you for pointing that out.
I just want to make sure that they know.
Thank you for pointing that out.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
I'm HIV HonestRo. AIDS. I am AIDS HonestRo. We got AIDS. We got HIV.
Okay? Before we get to HonestRo confessing with a smile ear, what we just heard, I'm going to give a quick history lesson. Ness is no mess. Mess no... What's the lady's name? Mess is no mess? Less is... Ness no mess. Ness no mess. Okay? Ness no mess. This is just a brief overview. There's been many periodical videos made, but, you know. So... How long ago was this? This was some time ago. Oh, this sound clip just gagged me. But it's the the QT. You haven't been here for a minute, right? This is Ness is some Ness is a mess. I think Ness is no mess. Mess is the Ness. That lady, she has some questions. I saw the video. She has some questions about what happened. Let me give you a brief. Because, you know, they have the attention span of nothing around here. So let me give you the brief one. Okay. Several years ago, I was turning it was a birthday, right? And my husband, the Incredible Hulk, wanted to celebrate, you know, and he was like, whatever you want to do, let's go ahead. You know, here's the American Express. Do what you got to do. So I said to myself, all right, how about if we invite 10 friends to, and then we were trying to decide an island. I said, let's go to DR. Let's go to the Dominican Republic. You know, in case it's not visible, I'm half Puerto Rican, half Dominican, born in New York City. Drop a bomb on that. Oh, I gotta get the bomb closer because this bomb is so far away. Excuse me. So I said, okay, well, why don't we go to DR? We can rent the mansion. We go for like the weekend or something. We'll bring 10 of my friends. We'll rent the mansion with a pool, everything there, a private chef and a housekeeper, and we could just go and enjoy our time there. Miss View says, I'm still mad. Should have been there. Just kidding. Yes, Miss View. And so, you know, I do all of the logistics. I start getting my quotes for the it was like a 10-room mansion. Yeah, everybody had their rooms and all that. Every room had its own bathroom and shower and like the whole, it was a mansion, right? So I put this together and then I say, okay, let me start letting people know. HonestRo, I let HonestRo know that he has been selected. You know, I hold in my hand one photo. This photo represents the girl that's going to the Dominican Republic. Drop a bomb on that. Stand right there like that, right? And so I let HonestRo know, and the reason why I wanted it was a male only event. Yes, it was a male only event, gay males. Key term, keyword, but for HonestRo, everybody else was successful. Drop a bomb on that. Okay, I remember that announcement. Everybody was successful. Everybody is successful. No, they're even more now. Okay, we are talking about VPs, and it's not like I wasn't like bringing 50-year-olds and like everybody's running in the same age group and everybody has done what they gotta do, you know. So we're just enjoying, and they're cultural, they're travel, the whole nine, you know. Because I run with a fabulous, you know, it's only here that I come down here and I have to interact with, you know, dudes in wigs who don't know if they, you know, if they want to come or go or whatever, and they're trying to get my attention. You know, formal Delta flight attendants that want to, you know, at the end of the bar, and they want to look, they're looking at you like they want to breathe down your neck and shit. You know, it's only here that I come across. In my real world, you know, once I realize you're about fuck shit, you are excommunicated. Drop a bomb on that. Okay? Fucking communicated. No. Don't let the outside fool you. Don't let the outside fool you. Not interested. So, you know, I put together the trip. I believe HonestRo was the first person I invited because at that time me and him were doing a weekly show here. We were doing a weekly show, and you know, through that show, HonestRo and I got close, and we learned. I learned really who he was. I offered many counseling sessions because there was a lot of issues going on. You know, I first thought that it was, and I'm not even reading. I thought he was a little bit mentally delayed. Okay, until I realized that he's not. Miss View, the voice is put on. I have actually spoken to HonestRo when he's not on with the voice. And Incredible Hulk has heard him on speakerphone when he's not putting on the voice. It's all an act. It's all a fucking act. Okay. So me witnessing this for over a year. We did a show for like a year, you know, and the videos, they're all locked up, but I still got all the videos, you know. And then just in preparation for the shows, I would, you know, we would like be on FaceTime or whatever, and we would talk about what topics we were going to talk about. And then me realizing that he was just like dumb, like really dumb, like didn't know what Roe v. Wade was, you know, the anti-abortion, the pro-abortion case. Like didn't know things that were happening in the real world that we were coming out here and talking about. Didn't have the smarts to even fucking Google. I will often have to carry the show and carry the conversations, and we might have guests, and like he didn't know. There was a whole bunch of shit that he didn't know, that I was just like, but you're a grown-ass man with gray hairs and all. Like, how could you not know? And even if you don't know, I'm letting you know ahead of time. Fucking Google. So you can come out here and offer something. So I'm like, okay, is he retarded? Like it's a dumb. I'm trying to figure it out. So I said, maybe, perhaps, if I put him in a situation where he's surrounded by successful people that look like us, you know, people of color, you know, maybe, who knows? Maybe, and there were single people there. There were partners, and there were single people there, Miss View. And so my hope was that he could. First of all, that it will be like a shock to him when he sees how people will carry themselves and stuff like that, and it will kind of like jolt him into behaving a little bit better and caring for himself, his physical, a little bit better. And maybe perhaps there were sparks flying around, and maybe he could meet somebody who could be life-changing. Drop a bomb on that. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying life-changing because he was going to meet a rich white man that was going to, but no, somebody that were, you know, inspire him to grow and get out of that personality that he has. You were being a positive and kind. I was trying, Miss View. I was trying. You know, I always start with the good intentions. because I know what the good intention, what other people left crumbs for me to follow, and footsteps in the sand for me to follow and then develop my own thing, So, HonestRo accepted. I said to him, well, check with work and see if you could take the days off. He gave me a thumbs up right there. He was doing it. I'm okay. So we have the first person confirmed. I confirmed HonestRo. Okay. It gave him all the information. Within a week, Miss View, he said he had bought his ticket. Drop a fucking bomb on that. I have not even put the final payment on the property, and he already had his ticket. Hulk and I didn't have our tickets yet. And I'm like, okay, he's really coming. He's really coming. Now, another thing, there were other YouTubers and subscribers that were invited. I did feel the need to let some of them know that HonestRo was coming. Why? Because they had noticed, his behavior online, and they had certain reservations. Miss View, a few of the men, and I feel so bad to this day, let me know that they were actually scared that HonestRo will come into the room in the middle of the night and snap, 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 snip, 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 stab, 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 or go crazy on them, drop a bomb on that. And so now I have to do publicity, and rally for him. And I feel so bad that I told a few of the guys, I'm like, every room has to lock and a key. You can lock your room and nobody's going to come in there in the middle of the night. You don't have to worry about him. He will be fine. Okay. And I feel so bad because then years later we find, we see stories where people are going away in groups and then shit happens. And had anything happen, like I don't even know how I would have forgiven myself for putting people in that position. I would never, ever put anybody in that type of mess before. Again, what? Yes, the QT2000. Yes, this is all news, but I'm rehashing for mess is no mess, so that she can understand where the friendship went sour. Okay, so we're getting closer to the date, Miss View. And like I mentioned, we have a private chef. Now, I'm responsible for these people. They're getting transfers. They're going to have somebody. It's a VIP pickup service. I've shown here on the when I fly to DR, I pay for this VIP service where they pick me up at the door of the plane, Miss View, in a golf cart and drive me to a lounge where they process me in the lounge. I don't do the lines. I don't go pick up my luggage. I don't do any of that. Everything is done in the lounge. So like immigration comes to me as I'm having my beer or my champagne or my whatever I'm eating in the lounge. They actually come. We're sitting there. They come and we just do everything. So VIP arrival service. So I was setting that up for everybody. I'm always asking, are you coming? He's coming. He's coming. Okay, so he's on the list. And then I'm responsible for making sure that, everybody's fed properly. So I'm coming up with a menu. What are the allergies? What can you eat? Any vegetarians? Luckily, everybody was a meat eater, but how much was all of this per person? Well, the QT2000, you don't ask those things. Drop a bomb on that. You don't ask those things. My husband gave me his card and said, throw yourself a party. Let's do it. So it was money. It was money. It was money. Even if it was, which it wasn't, even if it was $5,000, it was money. It was money, which it wasn't. It wasn't. But it's money. It costs, period. It costs. Think about it. My thing was, all everybody had to do was just get yourself there. You buy your own ticket and your return ticket and everything else, the pickup, the transfer, the food. And then there was a night when we did a yacht out in the water, in the coast. Like all of that, all the entertainment and all that, that's all going to be, I'll take care of that part. But you got to get yourself there. I'm not flying. You're not getting flued out on our budget. That's not happening. That wasn't going to happen. Not that part. So anyway, we pay for everything. They only pay for the flight. So we went ahead and I'm trying to figure out, okay, so what's going on there? Dishonest hoe. I want to know because I'm trying to figure out how he couldn't make it. Oh, no. Well, I'll tell you. You heard why. You heard his excuse, and I'm going to play it for you once more. with the violence. That was his excuse. So HonestRo is lactose ignorant. Okay, he's lactose intolerant. So now my cake. Now I gotta get a chef that's gonna make a lactose intolerant chocolate motherfucking cake. Drop a bomb on that. Okay, not half a cake. The whole cake has to be done lactose intolerant. Cause if this bitch has it, it's gonna be explosive diarrhea up in the fucking mansion. Drop a bomb on that. Okay. So even though they didn't come, here we are eating a lactose ignorant cake. Cause the person who had the issue is not even in the group. So what happened was, that was his reason. No, that's not the reason. I'm just giving you the inconveniences that we went through. I'm getting there, the QT3000. Give me a minute. I'm trying to perform for the people. You know, I told my mother-in-law I get on the internet and curse bitches out. Okay? So, the trip comes and goes. HonestRo did not show up at the airport. Drop a bomb on that. You understand? And did not have the decency to cancel on a fucking internet. I'm not talking about we went to Dorney Park. We went to Pennsylvania. No, on an international fucking flight. He decides not to show up or even tell me. Okay, because this pissing me off for some reason. To tell me I changed my mind. We have a gay old time. However, there's 9 people on the trip. And I actually had to turn people down. I was standing there with my pictures. And I had to turn. Remember, it was only 10 rooms. And HonestRo had one of the rooms, but HonestRo did not show up. And then it was too late for somebody. See, when you do international shit, you can't just like, oh, I'm going there tomorrow. It doesn't work that way. So one room was completely empty. Somebody could have taken that room, but HonestRo held it all the way to the end and did not show up. Drop a bomb on that. I waited for a phone call or a message, an air pigeon, a smoke signal, a text message, a fucking post underneath one of my videos. Nothing ever came. Days became weeks. Weeks became months. Okay? And HonestRo was in these streets having a gay old time with people who did not care for me or liked me at all. Okay? Miss View said me. I was going to come as a man. And didn't say one goddamn thing. And I was upset because it's like, who can you trust, And then I took a break, I take like a breaks throughout the year and stuff like that. So I took like a couple of months off and then I came back. And when I came back and people got word that I was coming back, HonestRo all of a sudden thought that it was going to be, like nothing ever happened. Like you can do this to somebody on a milestone birthday, by the way. And, like everything was going to be fine and dandy. And so he came over here. He's one of the homosexuals that came and kissed the ring. He had to come out here, right here, and apologize and kiss this fucking ring. Okay? But here is, in his own words, let me just get here. In his own words, the Q3000, I want to play for you his reasoning for not showing up on a trip or contacting me or anything like that. Let me just get it. Hold on. We have it right here.
No, I didn't need to do all that shit in 3 months. You should have contacted me because I was feeling very much like I'm about sick of this one-sided type shit. That's what I was feeling at that time. I'm like, I keep on hitting him up, trying to see how he's doing, and he don't give a fuck about me. So nah, I was sick and tired. That's why I didn't hit you up. I wanted some loving. I wanted a good response. Like, oh, wow. But I didn't get none of that shit for 3 months. So what I was doing was getting all of the the caring feelings that I had for you, all of that, I was getting that detoxed. Okay? That is exactly what I was doing. And I was waiting for some bullshit like this to maybe happen. As myself, though, I still tried to give it a little hope, but the bullshit did happen. Very much so. And that is without what everybody else may have had to say about the situation. I did not give a fuck about what nobody had to say. I was like, no, I'm waiting until Juan states what he needs to state. And I see that it ain't shit, that it ain't shit, that it ain't.
Ladies and gentlemen, the world's smallest violin right here. Look at the screen right here. Okay? Okay? The QT2000, you were asking why. I can only surmise. This is in his own words. This is not no fucking AI. I'm not even that computer tech savvy to pull any shit like that. The QT2000. Let one more time, and then I'm going to give you my take on it. And then we're going to fast forward to the rage that this man threw at me for months at a time, where he went around saying to people that I was HIV positive. Okay, me in a marriage, as polarizing as a statement like that is for our gay community, he went out and said that shit about me, which is not true, by the way. But one more time, this is why he chose not to go, and he chose not to communicate to me at all.
I wanted some loving.
Loving.
I wanted a good response. Like, oh, wow.
He wanted some loving.
I wanted some loving. I wanted a good response. Like, oh, wow.
I aside from a human being to another human being, I don't understand what kind of loving somebody who knows that. I can't really think right now if by the time this clip happened, because this clip happened when I came back, if I was already married or I was newly engaged. It's one of the two. I will have to sit down and look at the videos and the timing of the videos. But this is his excuse. He wanted some loving. What the fuck does that mean? You know, well, you definitely know I live with Incredible Hulk. By the time we're doing the show and stuff like that, you know I live with Incredible Hulk. And in gay worlds, that might as well be y'all married, because we couldn't marry for a long period of time. Okay? But then you also learned that I was engaged. You know, and this is what
No, I didn't need to do all that shit in 3 months. You should have contacted me, because I was feeling very much like I'm about sick of this one-sided type shit. That's what I was feeling at that time. I'm like, I keep on hitting him up,
which is not true,
trying to see how he's doing, and he don't give a fuck about me. So nah, I was sick and tired. That's why I didn't hit you up. I wanted some loving. I wanted a good response. Like, oh, wow. But I didn't get none of that shit for 3 months. So what I was doing was getting all of the caring feelings that I had for you, all of that, I was getting that detoxed. Okay? That is exactly what I was doing. And I was waiting for some bullshit like this to maybe happen. As myself, though, I still tried to give it a little hope, but the bullshit did happen. Very much so. And that is without what everybody else may have had to say about the situation. I did not give a fuck about what nobody had to say. I was like, no, I'm waiting until Juan states what he needs to state. And I see that it ain't shit, that it ain't shit, that it ain't.
And this whole, you know, the cursing at me, the whole nine, because I turn around and I say, you did not have the decency of giving me a call or canceling. You know, after sitting down with me for close to a year doing the weekly show, you know, and that's just on screen. But the times off screen that I offer counseling services, and I'm not even a fucking therapist, okay? Listening to the drama, you know, listening to the depression, listening to the issues with family members, you know, that's what you give me. Like, this is what you give. Hands covering eyes. Okay? This is what you... So it's like he was in love. Chaplain services. Oh, Lordy Lord. Oh, Jesus. Clink. That's what he said when the grinder clink. Oh, Lordy Lord. Oh, Jesus. You know, he got caught for like a second or third time on live with fucking Grinder. But that's a different video, baby. We're focusing on Dishonest Hoe. So then, ladies and gentlemen, you know, you know, throughout our friendship, our working relationship, you know, we will have deep conversations. I was kind of like trying to mentor him and trying to, you know, give him some feedback and stuff like that. And, you know, I was in a full out battle with the radioactive can collector, Rico Deante Barber, the Barber. And the reason why I was in such a, you know, fight with Rico Deante Barber is because Rico Deante Barber offered me to get bitten. And for the purposes of getting HIV, he wanted me to get HIV from one of his radioactive bites. Okay. And so, you know, not laying down and taking it. I'm not one like that. I rumble with the bee. You know what I'm saying? And so we were in a full out battle. But HonestRo always wanted me to not, you know, argue with Rico Deante Barber. And many times I saw him over there, you know, and I'm okay. Listen, if you want to be two-faced, if you want to do that, it's fine, because you know, I'm never gonna give you anything that can really harm me. You know what I'm saying? And I don't have shit for you to harm me with. You know, like, my shit is solid. I've carried myself to the best of my abilities. Have I made mistakes? Yes, but you know, can I still get up every morning and look at myself in the mirror and smile ear to ear? Absolutely. You know, so there's this connection between him and Rico Deante Barber, and I can only surmise that it's the sharing of a same health profile, to be quite honest, because he was like, "Oh, I can relate to Rico so much," and I'm like, "Well, how? You're not homeless, you know, you have a steady job, you know, like I went down the list, and it was like, is it this? Is it that? No, but I left." Because I do have some type of decorum and some type of, you know, respect. And I left the health profile out. Anyway, I just wanted to throw that out there because, see, it's these people's mystery. They want to flip it and throw it at you. So then HonestRo begins this campaign about me being HIV positive. Drop a fucking bomb on that. Which is not true. And I offered HonestRo, because if he thought I have HIV, well, I always thought HonestRo had AIDS. Drop a bomb on that. And I hand to God, I really do believe that, based on his decaying look. You know, his structure, his bone structure, he's so thin and fragile. And because he said that he could relate to Rico Deante Barber. And I went down a list of things, and it wasn't any of those things. I purposely left the health profile. So by process of elimination, I thought that HonestRo had AIDS. So, you know, we're going back and forth now. And I said, well, let's settle it. It's so simple. Let's settle it. They have a 30-second test, Miss View. 30 seconds. You prick your finger, you put it in the thing, you look at it. It's probably the longest 30th second in everyone's life when they're looking at the circle. But in 30 seconds, you will know if you have the antibodies for HIV, which will mean you have HIV. Okay? I offered that. Now all of a sudden it's no longer important. No, bitch, you're walking around these streets saying that I have X, Y, and Z. Knowing that I'm in a marriage, knowing what you know about me, that is, I've never really carried myself that way. I've never had unprotected sex growing up, you know, no glove, no love. That was my whole motto. And so, no, bitch. And so for long, 6 to 12 months, every video you heard me say that, whether it was about that or not, I'm waiting for you to take the 30-second test live. And the offer still stands. Drop a bomb on that. HonestRo. The offer still stands. I will FedEx it to you. I will prick my finger. We'll do the split screen. We'll put it right up here. Wait 30 seconds. And then you just show it. You just show it. Okay? You just show it. Then all of a sudden, it's not important. Then all of a sudden, he don't have to do that for us, right? But it was okay for you to come out here and say, oh, this shit, about me, right? And then eventually the pressure got so hot in the kitchen that he came out here, and this is the things that he said.
I am HIV Honest Ro. I'm HIV Honest Ro. AIDS. I am AIDS Honest Ro. We got AIDS. We got HIV.
Notice how he's also saying we now. But you see, yeah, that's...
I'm HIV Honest Ro. AIDS. I am AIDS Honest Ro. We got AIDS. We got HIV.
Now, am I the ventriloquist doing that? No, that's his own words. No, that's his own words. Again, I don't have to lie on people. I could just, play the clips of your own words. So Ness, no mess. This is in short what happened. And there were many videos in between, but that's what happened. I go from first of all, having somebody in my platform, which I never really did, but I said to myself, you know what? Maybe he can learn something from me. Maybe he can, see a little different. Maybe somebody of my followers might, see him and maybe take them under their wing or whatever. And so, and then the many nights of therapy and counseling sessions and, what should I do at this and that? I'm trying to meet people. How do I do this? And then an invitation to go away. But because you wanted coke, okay? Because you wanted coke, Puerto Rican and Dominican coke from New York City, and the coke was already taken, you got in your feelings and your emotions, right? Did not cancel in an international trip. And when I came back to these streets, you were ready to fucking light me up with lies, deceit, garbage, and trash. Drop a bomb on that. Okay? That's what the fuck you wanted to do. See, and I'm very different. We got beef. Okay? You're not going to be able to clean me up. If you dirty me, you're not going to clean me up. You dirty me, I'll stay dirty with you. I'm not going to, there's not going to be reconciliations. And there was a video where he thought like, by now we will get over it. No, I'm not going to get over it. Not when you put that stigma and that label on me after how hard I've worked for and carry myself all these decades and years, in my community to not catch anything or be the lowest common denominator like a bunch of you whores out here. No, this one is to the dirt, and maybe even from the afterlife. Drop a bomb on that. Okay? I'm waiting for you to take your HIV test. 30 seconds. And I said it. If you take your test and it's negative, I will drop it immediately. Boom, drop, gone. Okay? He proved to all of us that he is not. See, but how you come out here, you say that I have it. I say I don't. And when I say I think you have it, but why don't we just settle it? Now all of a sudden it's no longer important, right? It's no longer important. I got family members that watch the videos. You know what I'm saying? Like I carry myself at the highest that I can, whenever I can. Sometimes I go low to the dirt with it, straight to hell. But it is what it is. So in short, that's what it is. HonestRo was doing a show with me for several months, close to a year. I guess he fell in love with me, even though he knew. He met me with a man, saw me get engaged to the man, and saw me get married to the man, and then had the balls to go in the middle of the night and record that whole thing. Okay? That's his video, the whole thing. That's a clip from an extraction from the video. Okay? Talk about caring feelings and getting detox of what I felt for you. What, nigga? What? What the fuck? Wait, what? Am I in the Twilight Zone? Am I in the Twilight Zone? A grown-ass fucking man can't deal with his emotions and his feelings. And then so he begins a campaign to soil one of the most important things for a gay man in New York City. And I don't care how that sounds. Yes, it is. A clean health profile is extremely important for a gay male in New York City. Okay? Especially one that's recently married. Okay? Yeah, no, bitch. Those are fighting words right there. I also offer his ass to get in a ring with me. I said, well, let's make it a fundraiser. We'll set some iPads and phones all around 360, you know, and let's duke it out. Okay, right here, left, right. Okay, whoever's standing at the end of the night wins this whole thing. Nope, chicken the fuck out, pussied out. Okay, so that's what it is, and that's why HonestRo is the furthest from honest. It's a dishonest hoe. This ain't the first time we hear honest hoe going after married man. We have had many of the elders up in here let us know that they know about him, that they can see it. They can see the slut in his videos. You know what I mean? They can see the slut in his videos. Anyway, I don't know what this has been, but it's been fun. Absolutely. I am going to now go and crawl in bed with my husband, the Incredible Hulk. You know, my man that takes me all over the world. Aye. Okay. We're going to watch some Beyond the Gates as we eat some fruits in the bed and just chillax. All right. Enjoy the video. For the replay, please make sure you hit the like button. We are in the new studio. We are open for business. Mother said everybody get to work, and I'm here to work. Drop a bomb on that. Absolutely. If you homosexuals did not like what I said, well, you ain't like it, you ain't like it. That's it. Make a motherfucking video. Make sure you tag me in it. Okay? Because if you didn't tag me, I'm not going over there. I couldn't even tell you how to find some of these homos. But tag me. Tag me so that I can see it, and then we could go video for video. With that said, I hope you had a wonderful, wonderful Thanksgiving weekend. You know, we're starting up the week tomorrow. We have less than 7 weeks for the end of the year, I think. So, you know, it is what it is. Is the jingle maker gonna do the whole jingle thing when they come out and they sing together, Miss View? Like they've been friends the whole year and they care for each other. They set aside their differences for 3 or 4 videos and they get up there and do a whole telethon with this. Are they gonna do that fake shit that they do every year? And is Billie Jean's with the move? Yee-hee. Is she doing the State of the Beef sector? How did just read my book, Hello, Hi? Just read my book. Replay this. I think you're gonna enjoy some of this history. Is the State of the Beef sector coming out this year, or did they scare that poor girl into not making any more videos? Drop a bomb on that. Can never have anything good around here. Everybody just getting in their emotions and their feelings and the whole nine. Why she got me up there? Well, you made the video. You made the video. The State of the Beef sector is all compiled of videos that are out here. If you didn't want to be shown like that, you shouldn't have recorded the video. And then they're trying to headhunt the poor girl, put her head on a stick, you know, and run around when she's like giving you fucking publicity and promotion. See, they're so thick. They don't understand that part. So dumb, so nasty, and so rude. Anyway, with that said, it's nice to be back. I am going to get the contraption to do the overhead, Miss View. I have some things that I want to do an unboxing for. The amenity kits that we got on the plane. The amenity kits that I got in the at the boutique hotel. And so we're back. We are back, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for your support. And I will see you on these YouTube streets. Mother sake, everybody get to work. And I clocked in and now I'm clocking out. I will see y'all at my next shift. Have a good night. Peace.